Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer. Welcome to a Winter Dad matchup tonight between LordFizzlebeef and Dwight. We have a fun time going on. I'm joined in the booth tonight with Sunflash. How you doing, Sunflash?
I'm doing pretty good. Double duty tonight's gonna hurt.
That's all right, buddy. I'll pick up for you here too. We got runners leading off right here. We got level 1 black magic, pretty good. Bane, Dwarf, Fast, not bad. Ice 2, decent sweeper as well.
They ended up doing a party draft, I believe you said earlier, while we were mysteriously muted. Who did what again?
So, if you're looking at the party composition and you know our runners, you can probably guess how the draft went. But the draft started out with Dwight picking first with a white mage. Fizzle, the leader of the Church of Speed and Power, comes back with black belt black mage, and then Dwight, in true Dwight fashion, finishes out with a white mage.
Well, at least they start with a sweeper, which anytime I try to take a black mage, I always end up no sweeper, so I mean...
Yeah, Bane's not the greatest sweeper, but it's definitely get you through the early game, and then Ice 2 could go pretty good as well. You come across some waters or something on a trap tile, might be nice.
Can't even give you us that. Boy, they're just burning through it tonight.
Yep. So Dwight already takes down Garland, gets the ship and something from Sarah. The ship from Sarah and something from the King. That was pretty quick.
King gave us the adamant. So
adamant, yes, thank you.
Fetch quest is beginning early.
Yeah. Interesting if we see a little route divergence here, getting that early adamant. Normally routing, you go over to Provoca, check level 2 magic, take out the pirates, get another key item. But with that adamant, you might see somebody head west and go over to Dwarf Cave and turn that in real fast.
And to make it even more entertaining, we have a bottle already for sale in Corneria.
I love seeing that vendor item in Corneria early. Not going to love seeing the bottle, though. Not going to do much for you right now. Alright, Fizzle having a bit of a tough time here against Garland. But he gets him down. There we go. Dwight working his way on up to Matoya. Runs into some wolves with Invis 2 and Dazzle. It's going to be more annoying than anything else.
Bane Sword and Matoya.
Nice.
Level 1 charges weren't enough for you. Now you have it for free.
Yeah, I mean, that could be useful. If you look at the screen here, you got 2 poker chips there. You got the red poker chip in column 4 and the blue poker chip over there in row 3. So defeating Tiamat 1 being part of row 3, I know Dwight's going to kind of like finding that Bane sword and having the ability to throw some free Banes out there. It's got a pretty good chance of hitting on Tiamat.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of the insta-kills, but as long as you're not me, they seem to have a pretty good shot at killing a boss. So,
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I've seen plenty of times where I throw about half a dozen or a dozen Brax or Banes at T-Air Kraken, nothing hits, and then I've seen people throw one out there and boom.
I've also, I'm still stinging from my co-op defeat several months back where I got cracked through a ribbon, so I just don't trust insta-kills at all anymore.
Yeah, I think you're not a Final Fantasy runner until you see that happen to yourself. That or forgetting to talk to an NPC that gives you an item.
So the pirates gave us the loot, and then we have a level 3 black magic that was fire.
I think I saw Temper there also, and we got Fade at
Yeah.
level 2 White Magic. That's gonna be pretty good for these two White Mages. And Heal 3, and Invista. Wow, level 2 White Magic pretty loaded.
That's almost painful to see, just because you've got almost everything you want right there. But I'm sure they'll be able to make it work with double white. That's plenty of charges to go around one way or another.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, so real quick, let's talk about the blessings here that these runners are taking with this party. So we have 2 bonuses and 1 malice on each of the light warriors. So the black belt gets plus vitality plus M death at the expense of black mage agility. No big deal. White mages, plus agility plus hit percentage at -1 hit per level. I'm not going to be really using them to do much damage with the black belt in the party anyway. The black mage gets access to the white shirt, which could be kind of nice, plus agility at the expense of HP. So nothing too crazy on the bonuses and malices, but enough to make you think about what you're going to do with your party.
Okay, so you come out of Provoca and you've got super stacked level 2 magic. You're missing a nuke, but you've got double fades.
Mm-hmm.
You have an adamant in your pocket, and that's it, and a ship. We have a free canal. I mean, I guess at that point, head west, young man, and hit the dwarves on your way out to the sages, or... As far as incentive locations go, we don't have Marsh. None of Marsh is incentivized.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which I'm a big fan of as Team Never Marsh. So I think you're onto something there. I'd make maybe a quick pit stop down at Elfland just to poke my head around level 3 magic, but with that early fade, early fire 3, an Earth Cave being incentivized dive, not out of the question, and you got that adamant. So going west and checking that key item, just keep on going.
yeah, Fizzle deciding to go ahead and sell that Bane sword to make sure he gets the bottle and a couple other things in his pocket, and he doesn't have to remember to come back and buy it at any point.
Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, free charges of Bane are definitely nice, but with level 1, it's fine. Take the money.
And run while you're at it.
Alright, Dwight gonna give us his first look over here at the adamant, which turns into the crown. Okay.
Nice. Well, they don't have canoe, so to go turn that in... Well, no. Yeah, do they have the... Let me see.
Yeah, I believe we
It's
have...
going to open his on, so they could walk south from Dwarf.
Yeah, I'm getting my flags mixed up too. I'm like, oh yeah, they got free canoe. No, that's spring tournament pod flags there. Get your stuff straight. I've been doing too much practice. Too much practice. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna go turn that crown into. You want to see what that is. That could be a rod. It could be an oxyale. It could be, a key. It can give you any number of things right here.
So it looks like they're going to go the shopping route first. Go south and save outside Elfland. Okay. So Dwight's going to save outside Elfland in case this is junk, and then just reset.
Yeah, that's a pretty smart move. And we got level 3 nuke, Ice 3 too. You don't like to see those sharing a level, but you like seeing them early anyway. It's pretty good.
Yeah, having it early at least makes it where you're going to have plenty of charges one way or another, so.
Harm 4 and wall. Okay, alright.
We'll deal with that.
That Harm 4 can be, I find that to be sometimes an underrated spell if that's in an early couple levels here, and it's pretty cheap. I'll throw it on a white mage if I bring them, and you come across that, that Team Edward party pack of vampires that are unrunnable, and you got, free Harm 4s to throw around. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I like to keep it in the pocket. You never know. It's less value to me since Marsh is completely unincentivized. but still find its uses in other dungeons. So, and speaking of finding uses, level 4 white has life 2, all by its lonesome.
Well, 2 white mages, 2 charges each of life 2. Pretty good.
Oh, and I missed it. I took a note of it, but didn't mark it. Dwight actually pulled the key out of Astos, so with Corneria lock, key lock chest being incentivized, he's gonna, I assume he's gonna follow the chain back up to Corneria and see what's in there.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So we were both thinking head out of the inner sea, go west, but that crown is, diverted the runners back inward and kept them in here a little while longer.
This is why they're at this stage of the tournament, and I'm sitting in the booth.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Lightning 3 there also at Black Magic level 4. So the magic was pretty good to them right here, and you like seeing these early sweepers with the black belt especially. Get you some early levels, you don't have to fear too much, and then once you get some levels on that black belt, you'll be rocking and ready to go.
Makes you a little bit worried sometimes. You see all this good magic early on, and then the siege just throws you into a brick wall and says, okay, you've had your toys, you don't get to play with them now.
Yep, that's right. Alright, Fizzle gonna take out his Astos and get his key. Dwight looking like he's gonna make a pit stop at the Elfin Armory, check these 4 chests for free. Never know what you might find.
Which, speaking of, Dwight has kept his Bane Sword and is running slightly less low on cash now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't recall seeing Dwight. I don't think he would have had the money for the bottle already, so
Right.
I'm assuming he keeps pretty good notes, but...
I don't think Dwight checked these trap tiles over here in the northwest. So first one, R-Bones, no fun. Second one, meh, no fun as well. Dwight gonna pull the Corneria Castle treasure chest, and we're gonna get a rod. Okay, now we got a reason to go to Earth Cave as well.
Now we got the head on west of that canal.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to catch my notes up real quick here.
That's no problem, man.
They've certainly been looking along. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 different key items in 13 minutes. It's all been dropped in my lap almost.
Yeah, and some good ones too. I love finding that early key, give you access to a bunch of treasure chests you can check here, especially with Corneria Lock being incentivized. It's nice to find the early key also if you have Marsh incentive, but we don't have that tonight, thank goodness, so... So, we just got our rod. I think we're going to finally see him break out of the inner sea here. What are you doing, Sunflash? You going to just head right on over to Earth Cave? You going to dip your toe in there? You got the rod. You can full clear it for the most part. Or are you going to, make a quick little cheeky check over there at Crescent Lake to see what the sages have?
So what I like to do when almost all of the time, but definitely when I'm in this type of position is, I like to actually make a save at the dock or in Melmond itself, and then just, single run all the way through to Crescent, go check the sages. If it's not useful or junk or anything, then I just reset and I'm right back at Melmond and I'm good to go. If it's something good, then I go ahead and save, provide whatever I have to, etc. to make the trip back. But it's one of those, Earth is incentivized, and you've got good low-level spells, and you got a black belt. So I'd almost be tempted to make the Crescent run for the extra extra key item.
Yeah, I like that idea. I've been working on my saving like that, saving in a position kind of at a crossroads between two areas, and then running one way or the other and making a decision. So I can definitely buy into that.
I didn't even see they picked up a sword. Did
Yeah.
LordFizzlebeef find that and sell it, or was that?
That was in the armory and the right side room of Carnaria Castle, so I'm sure Dwight picked that up as well.
Gotcha.
Alright, so Dwight's going to head on over to Earth Cave. He's going to check this top floor, probably open the box at the top, check the Hall of Giant trap tiles, and then we'll see where he goes from here. Oh, alright, we got some steak. I'll take it.
I legitimately think that's the first time I've seen those on a trap tile.
Yeah.
Huh.
And... I didn't see what they had because it looked like it was kind of nasty though with the whole party going down.
I looked over to read chat and I come back and everyone's dead.
I think Dwight got a follow or something right there, so yay Dwight, but it made me miss with the steak.
Didn't have the right type of seasoning, I guess. I'm in that rare group where I like my meat well done, but you can in fact burn a steak, so I assume that's what happened is he bit into it and it was just someone seasoned it with flaming hot Cheetos. There we go.
Yeah. You know, what's better than steak? Steak and wings too, it looks like on the trap tile. Alright, oh, okay, so this is two pretty decent trap tiles back to back here. You got
Fire 3, that's what the Tyro had.
Okay.
Oof.
Nasty. But this triple Agama red giant tile here, this could be pretty nice. Depending on how much HP they rolled or how hard they're hitting. So I don't know how many casts of Fade Dwight got off there, but I saw one hit for 230. So if these Agamas have less than 230 HP, that's pretty good.
Of course, they're also running into the issue that I always hate with these type of comps is that you're so front-loaded and you've got to find a fight somewhere before you can actually get the spell charges to steamroll everything. So.
Right. Yep, Demon Frog and chat pointing out they just need to survive a few fights, and that's very true. But can they get there?
I
No
saw
armor, no nothing.
Scorch up on Fizzlebeef. There's a Gaze and a Scorch on somewhere in this pack.
Not too fun, but, you know, Fizzle already up to level 14, I think, across the board right there.
Beats a, beats a Fire 3, I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they got warp, so they can get out of the dungeon pretty fast. Not a lot of save items, though. So we'll see if they maybe come back to that later. I know I'd like to have 3-4 houses.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if Fizzle's going to go to Crescent at this point, or if he's just restoring spell charges. I could see either one being a good play. Yeah, just spell charges, so...
I think maybe you'll see him make a hard right inside here, head down, take out a Lich, and then maybe post up, see if Lich can do him a favor, and Dan off a party member or two, and then see if he can just ride that black belt out in that Agama and Argine tile.
That makes sense. I'm not a black belt fan, but it makes sense, so that's why you bring it along.
You get that black belt up in the 30s, it starts punching, and you don't have to worry about using temper, as both of our runners have checked off, do not use temper, but they don't, they can get rid of that, it's not forced in column 5.
Which, okay, so they're occupying themselves with a little bit of a quick grind while they've got the, excuse me, while they've got everything, so now let's talk that bingo board a moment. They've got a black belt. They've already checked, well, Dwight's already checked the 2 on for column 5 on the bottom there. Dwight, I could very easily see going ahead and making column 5 his second bingo, just because I mean, if you're gonna grind a black belt to 32, 42, you might, what's another 18 levels at that point?
Yeah, I think finding the whatever trap tile you find is definitely going to give you a kind of a feel on where you want to take that black belt. But I mean, this Argine Agama tile is going to be pretty tasty to solo with the black belt, so you can take it to 50 real fast. I agree with that. I could see him doing either column 5 or row 4, depending on where, or row 5, sorry, depending on where Cake falls. He's got 3 lit up in row 5 already. You know, he mainly pirates. He didn't have to do that, I guess. So maybe he's leaving his options open.
And like Demon Frog in chat was pointing out, I don't think FizzleBeef has. I don't think he's actually burnt out the hint NPC technically. I don't recall seeing him talk to one, so that is an option. But I know I agree. Row 5, column 5, either one makes sense. I always hate the defeat every trap tile just because that's, I mean, if you save Ice Cave late, or if you're able to save it for late, then you probably have a black belt that can just steamroll everything, but
right.
I always get, I don't know, I tend to end up with those ambushing trap tiles that have all the nasty spells buried somewhere in Ice Cave, and it's like, okay, well...
Yeah. Run to something with a stun touch, or just, you know, a pack of ambushing something with lightning too. It's just a real pain.
Yeah, it is a fast trip, Demon Frog. It's just... I think it's mostly just me, but it just makes me sit there and go, it's only gonna take one ambushing stone touch, and... which for me, they all end up in Ice Cave. But, again...
No, yeah, I understand what you're saying there, and it's... Ice Cave, not my favorite place in the world either. It does have 5 trap tiles to check. To your point, there's quite a few of them there, so it can be nice if you're looking for one. But after finding these 2 tiles right here, they really don't need to go look for one. So we'll see what Dwight decides to do. I think they'll both stay away from that column 1, but that row 5 could be enticing for him.
And they did find, if steak and giant agamas aren't your thing, well, we have whiz vamps and zombie Ds further down, so...
Yeah. And look at that. That harm 4 that Fizzle picked up, if he finds that tile too, could do a little work for him and save his fade charges.
Yeah.
Alright, Dwight gonna pull the vampire. Throw some fades, some harm 4 too. Even a nice 3, why not? Yeah, let's see what the vampire's guarding here.
Thump-ka-thump goes the speed bump.
Before you can check the chest, these Georges want to say hi. Alright, we get a cube.
Nice.
Alright, Dwight is going to need that, have to defeat Tiamat, so that's a good find for him.
Gets that off of his back of his mind, doesn't have to worry about it. Now, he has to worry about Chime, I guess, but...
So, it looks like Fizzle went back and shored up his spell charges again, and he's going to keep going here. I think Fizzle's found his grind. He's just going to stick right here. He might have this Tyro do some fire create things at some point to take out the rest of the party to get that black belt ready to solo. But considering he's checked off the use no cabins or houses, that's why he's going back and forth to save.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that, did I? Yeah, Demon Frog asking if Dwight has Quake. We have not seen Quake yet in the shops. So he did just warp all the way back out, so I don't know if he's planning on feeding Cake to Lich 1 or Lich 2. Either way, he does have to come back for Lich 1 at some point due to his forced column 3, row 3 tile, so...
Yeah, and I think right there that's giving us a little more insight into what Dwight might be thinking. I think he's trying to have that row 5 stay an option.
Right. If you're going to go for it and you're got Lich 1 anyway, then might as well go for the quick odds and get it over with.
Alright, so I think Dwight's gonna, looks like he's gonna finally head on over to the Crescent Lake area, and this is gonna have to be something to give us some kind of progression here. This has got to be the canoe, or this has to be the chime to get us into Mirage to get the other item over there. So this will be progression.
Well, don't they have docks open actually up north?
They do.
Well, yeah, but they don't. They don't have canoe or Oxio. Whoops.
Yeah.
I've watched too many games this week. My lost track of who has what.
They do start all blending together at some point, don't they? Don't feel bad. All day today, I felt like today was Saturday, and I found out in the afternoon it was Friday, and I got kind of disappointed. I still have work tomorrow instead of being off on Sunday.
Whoops. Yeah, and as Demon Frog points out, C isn't even incentivized, so Oxio isn't really going to do us any good.
So I don't know about you, but let's throw a little troll at these runners here. We've seen a lot of good stuff. Let's find a fetch quest. Let's go Crystal. Make them come back again and see and sail around a little more. Alright, looks like Fizzle is just about ready to start that solo black belt grind. He's having this Tyro do the work for him.
Yeah, get all those others out of the way.
Alright, level 6 magic, still no cake.
Which, I didn't even, did they check level 5 black? I did not even catch that now that I think about it.
I did not either.
There's exit at level 6, as well as life on a different spell charge, so, you know, it's something.
Yeah, alright, let's see what the sages have to offer. Alright, we got a ruby.
Hey, you wanted a fetch quest, it's almost as good.
I did. I wanted a solo fetch quest, though. This is going to open up 2 locations for the runners, so... whatever.
Half credit.
Alright, Fizzle's down to his solo black belt now, level 26. And alright, he's gonna stick with this this Tyro for now.
I mean, it's a one-shot, one target, so...
Yeah.
Best type of thing for a... one of the best types of things for a black belt grind, so...
When that black belt MDef getting to where it is, that Fire 3 pretty soon is not even going to be a real issue. If it isn't even one now.
Watching Dwight sail the seas of bated breath. So, let's see here. Titan's Trove should have TNT, leads to herb, leads to crystal, leads to chime. No, leads to splat. Let's just, I don't know, so, okay. How about this? What if we put Quake all the way in LaFane's black magic shop? And then we bury Slab all the way behind, or bury Cube all the way behind Slab and LaFane. So they both have to go through this stupidly long fetch quest to get Slab and go to LaFane.
That, you know what? I'd like to stick around for that. That'd be worth putting off sleep for me. Just to watch the runners have to go through that. I'd be down.
For the record, if that happens, I'm leaving before any interviews show up because I was never here. Oh boy. I mean, almost as bad though. You could find like canoe and floater in the Trove and Sarda, and then you've got all these other locations that are suddenly open.
Yep. I mean, I know I like finding that early floater. It feels pretty good. And then you realize, wow, I can go anywhere, do anything, and I am not ready for it yet.
Yeah, I got no idea. You know, there's no breadcrumb trail to follow at that point, so.
Ah, beautiful. Crystal. Nice. We're halfway to the dream.
Working on it.
Fizzle at 36 right now. Dwight can keep doing his checks. Gonna see what Grandpa has for us. Alright, we found the canoe. That's okay. They would have needed that at some point anyway. That crystal could still troll them a little bit.
I'm okay with this. I will accept this offering. Seed's doing good for me.
I don't want to make it too hard for them. I mean, we have two quality runners here that would be able to figure things out, I'm sure, but I mean, we want to have a little fun tonight.
I mean, you know, it's. I don't really want Chant to think that I'm just out to hate these two. I mean, they've got level 2 Fade and what was level 3 Nuke. It's not like they're gonna have trouble with anything in the seed. It's just a matter of, okay, you know, let's put a little bit of pressure on them as they try to figure out where they want to go. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and pretty soon Fizzle's gonna have that level 42 black belt, and you know, he's gonna be just melting everything in front of him.
I mean, if you're Fizzle, are you going to go ahead and just go to 50, keep column 5 alive? Well, no, he can't, actually, because he did not melee the pirates.
Yeah, another column that stood out to me when I looked at this bingo board was that column 3, as you see Fizzle fill in that hit level 40 on a character square. Now, he doesn't have to defeat Lich 1 or you know, any of those other squares by a force, but that did kind of stand out to me as something he might have thought about.
I mean, it's certainly not a bad column either.
I mean, that visit Bahamut's pretty quick. Once you find the airship, you just make a quick stop in there. You have warp, you can jump out real fast. Defeating Lich 1, you're going to need to go to Earth anyway because it's incentivized, so you're going to be halfway down that in the first place. You found the Argiant on the trap tile. You're going to find another giant just walking around. The Frost Giant could be a bit of a troll, but they show up in Topher as well, so it's not the scariest column in the world.
Right, and it looks like Dwight's going to go and get his canoe over with.
I didn't notice if he stopped at Matoya's to turn in that crystal, though.
No, he's docked on the south side, so...
Okay.
Not quite sure what his in-game that plan is once he's at the all the way up at Iceland Ice Cave. Hello, my name's Sunflash. I can talk. Because he's gonna have several things open to him at this point, right? Because ice is incentivized, volcanoes incentivized. He has crystal in his pocket, even though I didn't mark it. So, you know, he could even walk all the way up to Matoya's, then walk back and do everything else. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where he takes it. He's clearly a much better runner than I am, so...
He has to do that canoe from Elfland Ice Cave in the first place, so he's going to be knocking out that tile right here as he does this trip. Considering where he did dock, I could see him, you know, doing a quick reset back to see what that crystal turns into, because if that's our floater, then that's pretty good. But if he's trying to work on that row 5, maybe he dips his toe into here and just kind of knocks out all those trap tiles in one shot as well, and just kind of get 2 tiles at once.
Right. So Fizzlebeef getting his ruby. he's basically going to be following in Dwight's footsteps at this point, I believe. He doesn't have any other options besides turn that in and get the canoe. He'll, of course, be absolutely not scared from anything with that black belt.
Right. As we got Reese Wolf in chat pointing out that we're forgetting sea trolls and trolls also count for the giant tile. That is true. That does make column 3 also slightly less daunting as well.
I actually did not know that, although, I mean, makes as much sense as anything. Ah, it was an update to the tile, okay.
Yeah, this kill 3 different enemy tile has been pretty trolly for a lot of our runners in the tournament, specifically the 3 lizard tile. I know that our runner Fizzlebeef tonight kind of ran into that trouble in one of his races earlier in the tournament and was just getting trolled by Saurias for about 20 minutes, could not find them. It was pretty rough.
I know there was another one where something similar happened, I think right after that one where we had a brawl happen. One of the runners forfeit out and the other one ended up forfeiting as well after another 20 odd minutes just running around in circles and Topher looking for the mob drop. So I mean, the update was most welcome as I understand it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be helpful for that encounter 8 on the table that Reese is pointing out. This is the first bingo tournament that we've done as a community. Darkmoon's done a great job helping set this up along with a few other people. There's been some evolution and some kind of deciding on what to do, and the next dab tournament, or if we decide to do some other kind of bingo tournament in the future, we'll all have a little bit of a better idea on what to do and how to kind of fine-tune this. So there'll be hiccups along the way, but we're going to have fun getting there, and you know what? We're all here because we want to have fun to begin with.
Speaking of having fun, or possibly ruining it, so they just picked up, Dwight just picked up a neutral Vorpal out of a non-incentivized chest in Ice Cave. I guess, though, as Classic Gamer beats me to the punch, yeah, no one in this blasted party can actually use a Vorpal, huh?
No, none of our Blursoons gave any of these party members access to that spell or that weapon. That's a little unfortunate. Vorpal's a little special to me. That helped me win a vanilla race, so I trust in the Vorpal.
I am very much anti-black belt, so I see something like a Vorpal, I'm like, ooh, all right, I can ban the black belt. Oh wait, I can't use it. But Dwight is indeed taking the long way through Ice Cave, hitting every single trap tile. Gonna go ahead and get column 1, row 5 knocked out. That will leave him. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. He's just got to really find that cake now. He's kind of set his sights on that row 5.
I'm betting at this point we're going to end up with Lich 1 being the very last thing he ends up doing.
Yep, I think that's certainly the direction we're heading right now.
So Fizzle pulls his cube out of the vampire's chest, and he does go ahead and exit right on out. Decides he's gonna probably save his giving cake to the Lich for Lich 1 as well.
We still gotta find Cake too. I still like your big brain play of Cake being locked behind Slab and Lefane. I'm pulling for that now.
Yeah, I'm every time they hit a location and it's not super critical, then I keep sitting here going, yes, yes, yes. I need Ice Cave to be Oxyale. There's a whole lot of things that has to go right for it to work, I think, but...
Matoya has our floater. Okay.
Nice. So... Fizzle's gonna be I mean, at this point, Fizzle has a grinded up black belt, so he probably doesn't feel too far behind. I think he took a few wipes in Earth Cave starting that grind, but I think he's also probably also going to be sitting here going, okay, everyone else, Dwight would have had the exact same problem as well, so I'm probably doing just definitely, though, I agree with Fizzle's routing, but I know that Dwight did this the way he did because he had the canoe from Elfland Ice Cave anyway. So,
yeah,
what Dwight needs to do after Ice Cave really is go on up to Toya. He won't want to do that, I don't think. But then again, his boat is on the outside of the sea. It's not on the inner sea. So
let's see what this this item right here is really could dictate what Dwight does. If we get something that's, you know, like an oxyale or a chime, it might draw him away from that cube and that floater. This could be a big advantage for Fizzle depending on what's in this box.
Fizzlebeef in the air at about 41 minutes. We're gonna go see what that bottle turns into.
Still no cake.
That was Zap and what else?
Wow, okay. Ice Cave holds the tail. Alright, so we had Zap and Confuse at Black Magic. And we'll probably make a stop at the other shops too. I didn't catch White Magic because I was staring hard at Dwight's screen looking for what that was.
Gaia White is Invis and A-Ret.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Moment of truth. Do we have cake? Well, okay.
Rip the dream.
Well, it is still promotion locked, so okay, interesting. So Fizzle's gonna have to get that tail out of Ice Cave in order to be able to promote to get that cake. Dwight already has the tail. He's gonna probably head over to Matoya, pick up his crystal, get his floater. That's gonna be pretty good for Dwight.
Except he's gonna stop in at Volcano first.
Huh.
Incentivize chest all the way down on Carrie's floor. I mean, and a lot of, like, I play a lot of Link to the Past Randomizer, and one of the standing rules I have for that is if you have a required dungeon that's available to you that you can beat it, even if it doesn't have the most amount of chests or anything like that, go clear it, knock it out of the way, be done with it so you don't have to think about it. So I can understand why Dwight would do this, but at the same time, Mazza rolled up.
Oh, wow. Okay, and Fizzle resets out of that real quick. He's heading over to Ice Cave.
Look at his tail, which, of course, he needs for the quake.
Make a quick stop here at Provoca. Must have had something in the shops he wanted.
Which, by the way, did I get confused who bought the, no, it was Fizzle that bought the bottle, but he didn't turn that in when he was in Gaia, did he?
He did not.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He was picking up that steel armor for his Con 4. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so this is a good play by Fizzle. He went to the right spot here. He knows this is going to be something that he needs, whether it be the chime or, well, I guess the chime or the tail is really all he's looking for, having the loot, the key, the rod, everything else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think, so Fizzle is just looking, well, he's still got to do the cast a spell of every element in battle.
They both do, actually, which is, that should be fun.
I'm not very, this is the first time I've actually seen that tile. We're counting like Zap, Stop, or all those other weird elemental spells that are really only sometimes used, or are we talking like fire, light, nuke, or what have you. I'm assuming we're talking things like Zap, but
It's funny that you mention it because in one of my races, I panicked. I'm not gonna lie, and I tried to do a row that had that tile in it, and I figured I had fire, I had ice, I had lightning. You know, I had things I thought that would work for that, but I didn't think I did the tile right, but I took a chance. And it does include zap or confuse or hold, brack as well. So you do have to cast time elemental, you do got to cast stone. It includes every element. So I did not do that tile right.
I assume that's what it was, since it says every element and just, not like specific types. So that basically then means they will already have earth covered with cake.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have
rock solid. The chat pointed out for us right there. There you go.
Yeah. So death would be, what's a death spell we have?
Quad X.
Quad X. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Quad X. Zap will do time. Confuse will do status. Bane will do poison. Then fire, ice, lightning will do their other things, and quake for earth.
Yep.
Rough if they need another death one as well. Right. So
brack also works for it's stone poison, so that also works.
Okay.
So Fizzle gets his promotion, gonna head and pick up his cake, and then probably see what this bottle has to offer.
Quad X is poison, according to DBS? Okay, well. This is why I watch more than I play.
I just learned something too. Right. Fizzle not gonna check that bottle.
Did he forget?
I don't know. Did he maybe not even buy it? He had to have bought it.
No, he sold it.
Yeah, he sold the Bane Sword, right? Yeah. Okay, chat doing their own policing there. Quad X is death. And then Brack is stone poison. Yep. And then Reese and Classic Gamer and DVS. We'll all get there together, guys. We're gonna figure this out.
By our powers combined, we might be able to match these two runners.
Maybe on our best day. Alright, Fizzle gonna head on over and feed Lich's cake. I'm not sure how many charges he had there. I think he's probably actually got to get a few levels on that black mage to get the cake.
I keep blinking every time I see a level up. So yeah, that does look like what FizzleBeef's plan is. Go ahead and level 25 on that nuke. He has one charge of quake. So he's gonna probably sit here on the Agama tile for a while. Meanwhile, Dwight opting to avoid the crystal for now, unfortunately, and is going into ordeals. So, I mean, his ship was already on the south side of Elflands, and I believe, technically speaking, the sea route is one of the fastest ways to ordeals. So,
yeah, it's that little quick dock right there with the river system makes the walk from the airship seem a little bit more of a pain. So I understand it. Unfortunately, with the floater sitting at that crystal.
Yeah, it kind of feels bad for us, but it's not. Again, it's not a terrible play. It's just, I don't know. It'll work.
It'll be fine. It's going to be something he needs, I think, based off of what we've seen so far. Oh, and there's another really tasty tile.
Which I just realized I completely missed what was in Volcano. Whoops. Got to talking too much and didn't do my tracker job.
You're pulling double duty tonight, buddy. It's okay. I missed it too. I got so into our conversation, I didn't even see what happened.
I'll have to grab shot of his inventory or something in a moment. Dwight is pulling the that DwightDesotelle a couple times here.
It's not the best tile for a solo black belt grind, but it's some quick levels, and you know, when they don't have the stone touch and they're not hitting 14 times, it's nice.
For those that didn't know, yes, in fact, warp lets you go back in the ordeal's pillars. I never remember that when I'm actually here with usable warp casts, but Dwight showing off that is, in fact, a way to cheese through that puzzle pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I know I always smile when I have access to warp when I go to ordeals. It makes me happy.
I don't know how many times I've bought it. Chime was in Volcano, says Chanigan. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Very good. That's required for Dwight, so...
yeah, as I was saying, I don't know how many times I've bought warp from at like level 2 or something and think, I can do that trick in ordeals finally, and then I just forget by the time I make it all the way up to ordeals.
Or you never even have to go there in the first place because you find everything you need.
Right, yeah, it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Try to be clever, and here I am. So at this point, herb out of ordeals. So key item wise, we know Dwight's technically got everything he needs.
He's trying to dig out that floater, not realizing that he has access to it all this time with that crystal.
Right. So, but we know he's ready to go. He even pulled the tail, although I just marked it out of eyes.
Wow, okay, so Dwight is gonna sail on over, and he's gonna do Sky. Alright, this might cost Dwight a little more time here.
Well...
he does have to do it anyway, so I get it.
Yeah, it's one of those... I think technically, if I'm looking at everything correctly, a floater isn't actually required for his setup at this point.
You know what? You are right.
It's not... Of course, it's always ideal to have floater when you can.
Well, it's not... See, the thing, though, it is pseudo-required because he's banking on that row 5. He needs to get that floater to get cake out of Gaia.
That's true, yeah.
So
and yes, enlightening fart in chat. That's a phrase I wasn't expecting to have to say today. As Reese has said, the required kills with, defeat Lich with Quake, TA with Bane, etc. can be, they can roll, still be allowed to roll into a Black Wizard, Red Mage type spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
And as they say with the tavern or pub mode enabled in Winter Dab, that's not really a problem. They're able to get rid of a party member and replace it with something that could cast that once they get the levels. It hasn't come up, and I don't think it is going to, but they did technically say in the race time room already that they had a gentleman's agreement to not even bother with that. So that, I think, is why they went ahead and made sure they had a Black Wizard available so they wouldn't block themselves out of that, even though it was a party draft.
Alright, so Dwight's gonna find the Oxyel here and be probably a little angry knowing that that herb or that crystal is gonna turn into his floater. We know that it's the crystal.
Right.
So if you're Dwight right now, you gotta be thinking you really want to get that floater, but you could, looking at his other options here, he doesn't have to necessarily get cake to do Lich. He could pivot to that column 5. Never promotes kind of free when you have a black belt, as Dwight's kind of getting the business here from these man cats. Ooh, Dwight just took a white.
Ouch. Oh, that's given me flashbacks to another dab race. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
They had a required dive into sky, and there was a trap pile of man cats or catmen or one of the others, and they almost always ambushed you and just murdered you. So I didn't think that was a trap pile, so I think they'll probably be okay.
Yeah, I think that was a random encounter. It's unfortunate though.
So at the moment, if I'm Dwight, I think I've seen every spell shop that is not... Ah, Fizzlebeef is doing his bat talks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen every non-promotion lock spell at the moment. So that means, okay, either I'm going to have to promote, or it's locked behind a floater I have to dig out. It's been a long time since I've looked at the permissions. Technically, is there a floater locked spell shop that is not promotion required, or does a floater lock spell shop all?
That is a good question. One that I am not educated enough to answer. But if I had to guess, I'd say that there probably is floater locked permissions. Alright, Fizzle gonna take his dive into Topher, and he's gonna love to see that, pulling the Frost Dragons early. So we've seen Zombie Dragons, we've seen Frost Dragons. He's probably gonna be looking for those Gas Dragons on the 3rd floor, and then he's just gonna keep on going.
Yeah, so Classic Gamer pointing out in chat that the slot 1 in Gaia has a Black Mage learnable.
Oh, yep, that's right.
But that is also floater lock. So at this point, I mean, if I'm Dwight, I assume he would know this, as good a runner as he is, that he is going to need the floater one way or another. He may not require a promotion, but he definitely needs the floater.
Yep.
So if I was him, as soon as I'm done with Tia, I'm turning in all my fetch quests first, but...
Yep. And he's in sort of an awkward spot there, being at Mirage. And you can jump south real fast and park at the river dock there and turn in the Crystal of Matoya before you kind of circle around and head for that herb, which is probably what he's going to do.
Meanwhile, Fizzlebeef is hunting dragons.
And he finds them. They're those Gas Dragons.
Success.
Yep, Dwight can head south and turn in this crystal and probably be a little disappointed.
Yeah, it's always... excuse me. It's always easier when you're sitting on the in the commentary stream or watching on Twitch to sit here and look at everything and go, okay, this is the right move to make.
Mm-hmm.
You know, knowing you don't have any pressure on you. Yeah, I agree with just about everything Dwight did, so...
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
A lot of it was just that canoe from Elfland tile.
Mm-hmm.
Timing of when he got the canoe meant he went there. He went ahead and did that instead of turning in the crystal, and it just worked out not so great, but you know.
Yeah, and that row he picked with row 5, the vegan lich with cake, having cake be floater locked, really kind of hamstrung him here to make a few checks that Fizzle did not have to check. Fizzle did not have to go to ordeals. He did not have to. He didn't even turn in that bottle when he went to Gaia. So.
And unfortunately, it seems that Dwight has chosen to forfeit and has cut his stream.
Yeah, I think Dwight. Unfortunately, I think Dwight's a little tilted right now, and it's understandable finding that floater.
So, all Fizzlebeef has to do now is clear through.
Yeah, with this black belt where it is and all this magic, this is 5-6 minutes. Should be all over.
I did notice he had exited out when he did his dragon tiles to have all his charges, and this went back in, and now he's back in again. I didn't catch what stopped him.
Right, these frost wolves here have damage poison. So
that would probably do it. Yeah.
no ribbons, so that's going to be kind of gross to get through. But he does it, and we're going deeper into the past. So Fizzle gonna keep working his way down, running into all these enemies with annoying AoE, heat, damage poison, but it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's, what, a 44 or something? What is that black belt? I'm curious.
I think last I saw it was about 44 to 46. The MDEF, or not the MDEF, the added vitality gets that black belt up to the 999 HP threshold quicker than they would at level 50, but he's past 42. He's doing 10 hits. It's 1700 damage. He doesn't even. It's yeah.
Yeah. He's in whole A and move right along.
Yeah, if he wanted to, he can throw tempers for fun because he's Nah, I guess he wouldn't do that. Never mind. Because he did that before.
Yeah, that is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat, we have not heard from Dwight since they forfeit, so we're not really sure why they decided to. We're kind of assuming they decided to forfeit based on how late they got the floater and just threw in the towel at that point. Blink and you miss it. There was supposed to be a lich there, but there's not now, so...
I didn't even notice it. It was that fast.
Moving on to the fire floor and getting a disgustingly long hero run there to almost make it all the way through the carry in one go.
Black belt punches for 2600 damage. Not much is going to survive that.
16 hits with one fast, and he's just...
Yep.
I'm not sure. Did he resurrect the white mage that got slapped in the nap, or? I don't. Yeah, it's not gonna matter. If the black belt's up, great. Everything's good.
Yep, he did. He is pulling Kraken. Looks like we're having a slight issue here with the restream on our end, but on the Randomizer channel, it's live for our people in chat. They can see it, and I can see it. Looks like Kraken, Kraken's got it right.
Kraken took the hit and went down.
Alright,
FizzleBeef just Kraken punched the Kraken.
Yep.
So.
Alright, we got a TMF. Fast goes off. Tia punches and misses. That's nice. Punch. 17 hits, 1800 damage. Tiamat goes down. And we are a couple of punches away from a Chaos defeat and a FizzleBeef win.
Tiamat? Not here, Tiamat. Not here, Matt. Yeah, well, that's a hard word to make jokes out of. Chaos Pool at 104.30 something. Fast that black belt, punch for 10. Well, nope, gonna get fast, I misread.
Fast, fade, nuke, and a punch. Chaos with nuclear, that's a little annoying, but more so just a formality at this point.
You've got 900 hit points, you don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, power and speed. And 20 hits, 2300 damage. Down goes Chaos. GG's for LordFizzlebeef. He finishes in first place with official racetime.gg time of 1:05:07.
Are you checking in with Fizzle, see if he wants to do any type of quick interview or anything? Or...
Yeah, let's see if he wants to pop on in. Yep, he said he'd join us in just a moment.
Marvelous.
Alright, so we kind of got the troll we were looking for with Cake being floater locked. It wasn't slab locked, but it was floater locked, so we did see that.
Yeah,
So,
we at least got a forced promotion out of him at least, so...
yeah, a 3/4 commentary curse right there, but it was definitely fun to watch.
Oh, and hey, I'm being charged to... Literally the moment I pull up the tracker to stop the timer. Dark Moons beat me to it. Well done.
We are joined in chat by our winner tonight, LordFizzlebeef. GG's, man.
Hello.
So, what'd you think? How was the seed?
So, I feel bad about the amount of time I took debating on taking Bane at level 1, because I was just like, oh man, but what if Brack rolls level 8? But then I'd have to, oh, Quake rolled level 8 anyway. Alright, well, cool.
And not only did it roll level 80, it was promotion locked behind that tail. So you did that early grind on those Agamas and got that black belt where you needed to be. So once you found that tail, promotion was no problem. It was just off to the races.
I didn't think I was going to do the whole grind there, because, like, the Fire Giant Agaba is great for getting off the ground, but once you hit, like, low to mid 20s, it's kind of diminishing returns. But then I just saw, like, the apparently very punchable stake, and it's just like, huh, I could just finish this here. I could just do this all in one shot.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me go ahead.
No, go ahead, Sunflash. I've been talking a lot, buddy. You go ahead.
I was just saying it turned out to be a very convenient set of grind tiles to have your starting grind right there, and then right next door you've got the single target, 1 to 2 target for the Black Mage to solo grind off of. So I wanted to apologize for the tail promotion locked Quake, since we were pushing pretty hard on the commentary booth here, but
Every single seed where I've needed a spell to kill a fiend, like every single practice seed I've had has had that promotion locked. So it's just business as usual over here.
Yeah, we were talking about thinking that Cake was slab locked and LaFane behind the floater, behind this and behind that, and we got halfway there with it being floater locked and promotion locked. So it was pretty fun to see. But that was race. It was very well done. It looked like you had a great plan. It was just a really great race to watch. All right, so Sunflash, I think just about time we can maybe give RPG Limit Break back their channel. You got any last final questions here for Fizzle before we kind of pay the bills and move along?
no, it was great to watch. You know, again, I felt a little bit bad once the commentary curse came into effect, but it was good fun to watch how someone better than I by 1.5 miles could actually handle it. So, good games.
Yeah. Fizzle, any final thoughts on the scene? And you're moving along in the DAB tournament. I'm not sure who your next opponent is, but what are your thoughts?
No cabin, no houses, no problem.
Yeah, we're watching you save out of Earth Cave there and walking back to get the inn at Melman, and it took us a minute to realize, oh, you have no cabins or houses picked. This is why he's doing this. This makes sense now. All right, so I want to shout out to our runners tonight, LordFizzlebeef and DwightDesotelle. Give them a follow, give them a watch. Shout out to Sunflash for pulling double duty tonight with me tracking and doing comms. Dark Moon for the restream. RPG Limit Break for letting us borrow their channel. And Fizzle for an amazing race tonight. So thank you for joining us. Go right ahead, Sunflash. Take us out of here.
I was going to say, as Danny has dropped a couple bot commands in chat, we do have, again, I don't have the schedule in front of me for the rest of the DAB, but I think we're almost through the loser brackets at this point. So we're coming up to some of the final races for the DAB tournament. And then sometime in the next couple weeks, I hear we're going to have our spring tournament announcement. So there's a Discord available, link in the chat there from Danny, and we'd love to see, if you're just curious, you just want to hang around, just want to, figure out how to get lost, we're here. Come say hi.
Yeah, spring tournament. That's kind of a thing, I think. I've seen a few of those on YouTube, so it should be fun. All right, so again, thank you to Sunflash for joining me tonight. Thank you to RPG Limit Break for the channel, Fizzle for the Rave, Dwight for the restream. Join us on the community, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com if you want to play. Join the Discord. Come hang out and have fun with us. Everybody, thank you for joining us. And ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.